What are you doing with your life? How much time do you have here? Are you wasting your life and everything you could be doing? If so, why? Because you're afraid? What are you afraid of? Are you afraid of failure? Are you afraid it's just not going to work out for you? Why would you think that it's not going to work out for you? Did you know that the only people who accomplish things in this life are those who believe they can? Even you, for the things you have accomplished, the only reason you were able to do that was because you believed in yourself. So why can't you believe in yourself about your biggest goals and dreams? There's actually so little different about you compared to anyone else who has accomplished great things. The only thing that may be different about them is that they had the mindset that allowed them to try the things that they set their mind to. When they came up with an idea, they just did it. If there was an obstacle, they didn't say, "Oh well, I guess I just can't do that. I guess I'll just have to throw in the towel." No, they figured out a way to get over that obstacle. They were resourceful. They took the resources they had and turned it into something that they wanted it to become. Everything is changeable. Your life, your circumstances, you can exchange money for things, time for money, time for accomplishments. You can take things in this world and turn them into a masterpiece, something you desire to come true. There was once a painter who lived in Philadelphia. His passion was to paint grand paintings, and he was very good. He had a natural talent, but he didn't make much money. One day he couldn't afford to buy his canvas and paints. He took a walk, pondering how he was going to be able to paint this idea he had in his head. He envisioned a woman holding her newborn child, big heavy clouds hovering over them, then splitting just enough for rays of sunlight to shine down on them. The vividness he had in his mind, he just couldn't contain it. He just had to get this out with his paintbrush. Well, as he was walking down the alley, there was lots of noise disturbing his thoughts. Hammering, drills, all kinds of power tools. They were renovating one of the houses on the alley. And he was looking up, watching what they had done to the house, and he remembered how bad that house looked before. He admired their work. The house was really coming along. Well, he was about to walk away when just to the side he looked down and there was a giant piece of plywood leaning against the dumpster. A construction worker was throwing it away. He walked up to it to examine it, and it was in good condition. A piece cut off one end, but besides that, it was pretty much how you would get it if you hopped over to Home Depot to pick it up yourself. For some reason, he decided to look inside the dumpster. He didn't know why, he just felt the urge to see what else was inside. And to his surprise, there was actually a can of paint. It was home paint that you would use to paint your walls, but he didn't care. He lifted the can of paint out of the dumpster, and it felt like it was about half full still. The paint running down the side of the can was a medium shade of gray. A light bulb went off in his head. He ran back home, grabbed a towel, some rope, and his keys, and drove his car back to the dumpster. The man put the towel down on top of his car, flung the plywood up there, tied some rope around it to secure it to his car, and placed the half can of paint in his trunk. He went home, and with the help of a little bit of white and black paint he still just happened to have left, he created a grayscale version of his vision. The woman holding her baby, the clouds parting, the rays of sun shining down on them. And he sold that painting on the plywood for $4,000. Who says you need canvas to paint a masterpiece? After his experience of finding the plywood and paint, he realized that there was a need that could be branched between contractors and penniless painters. Contractors were just getting rid of these spare pieces of plywood, going straight to the dump, and half-full cans of paint of various colors. And there were many artists out there who were struggling to earn enough to buy more supplies. So he started an organization where construction workers could come and donate their plywood, partly used cans of paint, and paintbrushes, and artists could come up and pick up whatever they needed. And it became a really successful non-profit which art admirers from everywhere donated lots of money to every year. Eventually people also began to donate canvases of every size and acrylic and oil paints of every color, all the various shapes, sizes, and styles of brushes. And all the artists whose passion it was to paint had their needs finally fulfilled because of this one man with one grand vision. What's your vision? It doesn't have to be grand. What do you want to do with your life? What do you want to do this year? Find a way to do it. There is a way. You just have to find it. Don't look at those obstacles and give up. Everyone has obstacles. The people who succeed are the ones who look at their obstacles and think of a way to overcome them. So take action now.